Hello, guys. I am Shane Davis, 20-year comic book veteran, and I find myself today with Yanzi Lin, and we are going to talk about AI artwork in DC Comics and what this is going to mean for the future going forward. Before we get into this video, if you guys will, please look down below, hit like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, as I am a comic artist myself, currently funding a campaign on Nine Lives Comics or Indiegogo, getting ready to come down in a couple of weeks. Shane Davis's Axcend Level Up. Please go check it out. But today we are here to talk about DC Comics and AI artwork. Now, working in American comics for over 20 some years and multiple companies, Marvel, DC, all that jazz, Image. I understand how the sausage is made. I understand how this slipped through the wires, but I also don't understand if people at DC Comics really care, and would they push AI artwork to see if the audience would accept it or snap back at it. And I have to remind people how quick DC Comics was with the NFTs to go out there and take DC Comics like statues, 3D models that they use to make the statues, and mint them and get out there and sell. So right away, my gut tells me DC Comics would be the first to go AI artwork if they could. Now, as an artist, I think there's a lot of limitations still yet with AI artwork. I know a lot of people want it to work for the wrong reasons, and some people want to work for the right reasons. But when it comes to actual comic book narrative pages, I think AI artwork is going to be very problematic and need a very heavy hand from a human that's probably just going to want the same amount of money as if you paid him to draw it. So let's get into it.
So it looks like DC Comics had to pull a bunch of covers after the cover artist was accused of using AI to do his cover art. Now, if you look at this, straight away you can see there's a lot of influence from this very well-known cover artist we all know as Axcend. He has been doing a lot of cheesecake-style covers for Marvel predominantly, and it looks like there's a very heavy influence here. Now, the moment people saw these covers, they were like, something's dodgy about it. And I could point out all the tells for you guys, but I'll give you guys one big hint. A lot of times AI is really bad, not at only hands, but at doing belts. If you look at belts on close-up, you see they do not make any sense. Like, why is one W here lower than the other? Or this belt's like, why is it merging in with all these cords that are coming from the cape or whatever kind of thing?
Right.
And of course, the most popular one where the hands don't really make sense. So you can see the hand is at this weird upward angle and stuff, whereas the arm is pushed backwards. It's like, yeah. So after getting all these accusations, the artist soon decides to prove that no, I actually drew it by hand. See, here are some of my sketches, which ultimately, unfortunately, just looks like he traced the digital version. So,
Right.
I think DC did some investigation and decided, yeah, we're just pulling it. So they pulled it and they replaced it with 3 other covers from 3 other artists. So it seems like they paid double for these covers in effect.
In a lot of ways, the AI stuff is problematic for mega corporations right now, because the way AI artwork works is it goes and it pulls a lot of images from Google. Some of those images may be copyright. Somebody owns them. That means somebody could sue you for stealing their product and printing it. And we've talked, I think, before on previous streams how like Marvel has gotten caught with AI artwork for like Secret Invasion poster or something like that, and people are lining up suing Marvel and DC in some cases for what they think is AI artwork pulling from their artwork. It's weird because you're basically, imagine if you're at your keyboard and you're trying to generate an image and basically you say I want this, and then the computer or AI goes and just runs through Google. It never runs past something to you, so you can't like veto reference. You can't be like, oh, no, that one, somebody owns that one, let's not use that one. It just does it on its own. It's not doing it to F you up. It's not doing it on purpose to screw you up legally. The other part of the problem with the AI stuff is like, how do you own it? There technically, for ownership, there needs to be of that image, there needs to be a certain amount done by a human. But this doesn't look like it's the first time DC Comics has been kind of called out for doing this, as with these interior pages.
Yeah, there's some issues with Batman where they have this artist called Andrea Sorrentino doing the artwork. And straight we can see there are errors that humans wouldn't make. Like, for example, yeah, the Joker has a traveling nipple that is not his pectoral muscle. And the next one is like, yeah, traveling nipples. Now, the interesting thing is that this is the exact same story. Why does this Joker have 2 different body types? Like,
Right.
okay, sure, why not? And some of these very weird paint over choices. And of course, some hyperrealism, like look at this speaker thing and then look at the rest of the artwork. It's like, it doesn't match up. So the only reason I can think of why DC does all this is number one, besides just pure laziness, nobody's out there really, the editors are not doing their job basically. But the other reason is probably because they fired their art director several years ago, before COVID even, I think.
Right. Mark Chirillo has not been the art director for years. Mark Chirillo was responsible for establishing artist page rates. Believe it or not, editors would go to him to see like what was a fair pay. And also, he did the Batman black and white stuff, Wednesday Comics. He was a great artist himself, colored Hellboy. The art director things, the thing that drives me nuts whenever I talk about poor quality artwork in comics. Both companies don't have an art director. Neither one think they need an art director, but yet they're dealing with fonts, they're dealing with logos, they're dealing with colors, they're dealing with artists constantly. Neither Marvel nor DC think they need put anybody on salary as an art director. Actually, but they're selling artwork. That's their whole thing. You're going to go, no, Shane, these are books. No, they're comic books. They are artwork stapled together, paper, artwork, staple, story. That's what they are. But still, a lot of artwork they're selling, no art director. It's real easy for somebody, and I kind of don't blame the artist in this case, to try to basically rob Marvel and DC of some money and just put in some prompts and turn this shit in and see if they're too stupid or not. Do they care? Does the editor... in a way, part of me thinks DC Comics really wants this to be accepted. Part of me really believes that. The inconsistencies, like some editors not going to say, hey, can you move that nipple? Or why is Joker not look the same? I mean, even if and most editors have no art training whatsoever. But even the worst editor understands that Joker is all over the place here. It doesn't, this looks like multiple artists doing Joker for multiple books. There's complete inconsistencies. The Catwoman kissing Batman. I mean, as a DC Comics editor, you would be like, hey, that looks very close to being Black Cat from Marvel. We could get sued. We need to change that. But they don't. I really feel like they're trying to see what they can get away with as far as like prompts and what the public will buy. And let's be honest, comic sales are so low right now. There is no big name artist. If you're a mega corporation wanting to turn out like shitty monthly comics, AI sounds like gold to you if you can get it to work for you, if you can get people to accept it and buy it. And maybe to DC Comics, it's like, well, if the sales don't go down anymore and we still have a human turning it in, legally, it's our artwork because a contractor handed us this. See, the contractor gives them the out that they didn't do anything illegal because the guy they hired to do it turned it in and they were oblivious that it was AI. So that puts DC Comics in this weird thing too. Are you still going to need to hire a human to submit AI artwork because of all the legalities of it right now? Like a lot of weird topics here. I don't know. You guys can tell us what you think about this. Are you cool with buying DC Comics AI comics? I don't know. Also, again, hand-drawn comic. Go check out Axcend, Level Up. Going to come down in a couple of weeks. And Inglorious Rex 2 books are shipping to us tomorrow. They start shipping. I don't know how long it'll take, but we're getting ready to go into fulfillment, guys. So if you backed Inglorious Rex 2, please make sure your address is up to date. And look forward to information on Inglorious Rex 3. I'll leave you guys with a trailer for our campaign, Extend Level Up.
I dream of a world carefully crafted, beautifully flawed. This is Axcend. In this game of life, there is one thing that determines a victor. A player's ability to grow. A player's ability to evolve. A player's ability to survive. My name is Dog. Choose to play. Choose to upgrade. Choose to level up. Choose to Axcend.